The headline you've probably heard. Markets are slumping, and it's hitting Elon Musk's Tesla extremely hard. A crash there. The steepest drop in 5 years landed for that company this week, as Musk has been doing just about everything but spending full time running Tesla, working with the government, working with political speeches and appearances, instead of focused on his companies where so many people expect him to keep track of the stock. Meanwhile, Trump and Musk's alliance is now using your taxpayer resources and the White House itself for the extremely odd, controversial, and allegedly possibly corrupt presentation that you see here. The pair spent 30 minutes at the White House on what many called an obvious ad and conflict of interest, where the President of the United States hawked Tesla at the White House to an invited group of reporters. Trump also basically suggesting he was shopping for a new car and hawked the products. An intrepid photographer showing that Trump's notes revealed a price list of Tesla cars, meaning this was quite specifically a sales job for one company owned or tied to his own political ally. Obviously, a big part of Musk's wealth related to the notes you see there is all the Tesla stock he owns. It read like a Tesla sales pitch, one outlet put it. And news reports noting the brazen conflict here, Trump making the White House a kind of Tesla, quote, showroom or car lot to boost Musk's company.
This is beautiful. Whoa. Should I get in?
Get in.
Okay. Let me get in this second.
On the Tesla?
Do you want my notes?
Yeah.
They gave me notes. I said, I'm not Biden. I don't need notes.
Yeah. I can take it.
Thank you. Let me get into this sector. I'll start. I'll watch Secret Service go crazy. Thank you.
I mean, if you actually drove it around, it would really be well.
Beautiful. Wow. Everything's computer. That's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, it's just a brake and an accelerator.
I don't want to.
You give Secret Service a lot of time.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Can you start it?
Should I? I'll start.
Oh, it's gonna get around the hole. So, do you want to actually drive it?
You don't want me to drive it, do you? I love Tesla.
Which one did you buy?
Hey, Mr. President, which car are you going to buy?
The one I like is that one.
How does this work?
And I want that same color.
This event is exactly the kind of conflict these two men said they would avoid. Musk has spent over $250 million on Trump-related campaign efforts. He's floating another 100M, as I mentioned to you tonight. If Trump's administration were doing anything to possibly help Elon Musk's Tesla, remember, Musk recently and falsely claimed that he would recuse from it, which of course means he would have had to recuse from this entire White House event. And he's also said in that same clearly false set of remarks that he never asked Trump for anything.
I mean, I haven't asked the president for anything ever.
And if it comes up, how will you handle it?
Well,
He won't be involved.
yeah, I'll recuse myself if it is.
If there's a
conflict.
conflict, he won't be involved.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want that, and he won't want it.
That was just one of those things they said amidst this blizzard, and maybe Fox's Sean Hannity should do a follow-up piece, because it's kind of embarrassing when they make that claim on your own program and your interview and then you don't mention when they violate it. The claim was false. Recuse means removing yourself from the participation to avoid a conflict of interest. This was a conflict of interest because they're promoting Musk's Tesla, and he did not recuse from what is a much-needed boost, potentially, for his company as its stock tanks in total free fall this week. The Washington Post notes Trump is openly rewarding his friends. Musk hypes the spending for Trump. That's the back and forth. There's the conflict. All of this as federal agencies, all the way up to the White House promotion for Tesla, we see Trump trying to bend the government to help Musk. And it goes well beyond what you see just in these kind of sort of embarrassing efforts to hawk cars. If they're great cars, why do you need the government involved in selling them in that manner? But a Trump prosecutor also made a possibly illegal vow to investigate members of Congress who criticize Elon Musk. That's, again, helpful to Musk coming from the Trump administration. And then Trump recently said he agrees with a suggestion that people who protest Tesla are actually, quote, domestic terrorists harming a great American company, end quote. We would not expect American judges to allow any sort of treatment of protesters as domestic terrorists because they go to a Tesla, as you see here, but it is quite an extraordinary breach. The political hypocrisy also extends to the Republican Party, which always, for decades, has said they want free markets. They don't want the government picking winners and losers, even at a broad level, even at the industry level. Remember a much smaller issue with a company called Solyndra, which didn't get this kind of ad hoc advertisement at the White House, but through the actual formal lawmaking process, they used about a $500 million loan guarantee, but Solyndra didn't make it as a business. They went bankrupt. And back then, Republicans said they were aghast at what they called Democrats using any funding to pick the market's winners or losers.
We all know about the $500 million loan to the now bankrupt Solyndra.
This Solyndra scandal.
The administration was willing to take extraordinary measures to keep Solyndra afloat.
Let's take Solyndra, for example.
Right.
There, the federal government picked a winner, and it turned out to be a loser.
Now Republicans defend, some even cheering Trump handpicking his view of a winner on the White House lawn for a political ally, while Musk uses X, the platform he bought, to stream, to broadcast the appearance of what some see as a politician he bought, now trying to get everyone else to buy Musk's cars. It's not what a free market looks like. We are witnessing in a very blatant way the fusion of selected businesses that are on the winners list and the government, which is using your taxpayer dollars at the very time that this administration's policies are crashing the markets, including Tesla. And all of this done by these people who very publicly and falsely claim they would recuse over any conflicts. The first step, catching them, maintaining your ability to be outraged about lies and the misuse of tax dollars, and fact-checking them.